In the beginning of the story, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Adam alayhi salam and Hawa. He says, وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. Don't eat from this tree. At the end of the story, he says, أَلَمْ أَنْهَكُمَا عَنْ تِلْكُمَا الشَّجَرَةِ. Didn't I tell you not to eat from that tree? What's the difference between this and that? Far and close. In the beginning of the story, the tree is close. In the end of the story, the tree is far. At the start of the story, Allah said to Adam alayhi salam, this is the tree, yeah, right here in front of you. Do not eat from this tree. Okay. Now, Adam alayhi salam moves on, and he goes far and far away from this tree in order to stay away from the sin. Somehow, despite his distance from the tree, the devil is still at work. Come on, don't you think maybe try it just once? The effect you don't even realize. Come on, man, have you not seen today there's two for one discount? Can you imagine the benefits? Have you ever thought about this? Slowly, even though he was far from the tree, the tactics of the devil worked so well that he still ate from it. And so Allah is saying to him, you distance yourself so much, how did you still fall into it? It's not about physical distance. You can be physically far from something, but your heart is hungry and thirsty for it. And you can be physically close to something, but you're repulsed by it. We know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Adam alayhi salam, stay away from this tree. And then Iblis came and he started slowly deluding Adam alayhi salam and Hawa until they eventually fell into eating from the forbidden fruit. What was the end goal of Iblis? Was his goal, I want Adam to eat the fruit? Is that the goal? Or was there some other goal? The evidence is in Surah Al-A'raf. Allah said, Ayah 20, Surah Al-A'raf. Or if I want to say it like Dr. Zakir Naik, chapter number 7, verse number 20. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and protect him. فَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا الشَّيْطَانِ لِيُبْدِيَ لَهُمَا مَا وُرِيَ عَنْهُمَا مِنْ سَوْآتِهِمْ لَامُ التَّعْلِيلِ. Shaytan whispered to them and slowly encouraged them because his end goal was he wanted to expose them. He wanted them to be nude in paradise. You see, the devil's goal is not that you commit a sin. No, he's much more strategic. He thinks in 100-year horizons, not in 10-minute horizons. He is much more long-term than you and I. The devil's goal, how can I drag these guys to a point in which they have no clothes on and they are completely exposed? They have reached a level where they are to the level of animals. That's where I want to take them. I want them to forget their humanity. I want them to lose the dignity of a human being. It's not even about kufr, it's something deeper, something more disgusting, something more depriving than that. I want human beings to get to a point where they feel nudity is normal, where they feel having no clothes on is normal. That's my end goal, the devil says. It's not just about a fruit. The fruit is the beginning. But if I can get you to a point where you are shameless, you've lost consciousness of Allah, and you've lost all sense of decency, that's where I want you. Now I have you. That is the end goal of the devil. You see, the devil always thinks long term. The devil is strategic. But us, as Muslims, unfortunately, we're always stuck in the short-term tactical trap. Ultimately, the goal of Shaytan is he wants you to justify the sin. But what do we learn about the story from the story of Adam alayhi salam and Hawa? I said, number one, the end goal of the devil is not that you sin, but he wants to bring you to a point where you lose your humanity completely. You lose your sense of decency completely. And the second thing is that the devil works very slowly to bring you to a point where you feel you justified the sin before you do it. And this is something very crucial. And so there is, if you finish level 1 of Tawbah, yeah, which is constantly seeking Allah's forgiveness, sincerely regretting, sincerely returning to Him, and realizing the devil's long-term plan is to make you lose your sense of humanity, there is a next level of Tawbah, of returning to Allah, which is no matter how much you've done, and how perfect you are, and how great you are, and how much dhikr you've done, and how much ibadah you've done, you still have not done enough. We see, many of us, when we make mistakes, we think very lowly of ourselves. We feel broken to the extent that we continue sinning and continue this negative cycle. But the most important thing is to realize this: sinning and returning to Allah is the greatest growth engine of closest to Him. Turn to Allah now, today, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Returning to Allah is not a one-off deed, but is a constant growth engine every day. Just like someone who wants to grow their muscles has to tear them, just like an athlete has to feel the pain, just like your immune system needs to feel disease to get stronger, you need to sin and get back up and strengthen yourself to come close to Allah.